Alrighty, so I'll fill you in on what's been going on. We just got the electricity installed. We're hooked up to the grid. We're officially on the grid. Been waiting since kind of started that process in December, and this is how long it took. They wanted to push it off another 2 months, and I just told them that that wasn't acceptable. I get it, but when people get paid to stay home and not work, then we don't have the things that we want in life, like electricity. So we got electric now. I'm stripping these forms off. So for those of you who don't know, we're doing a shed to home. I don't know if I mentioned that before. And that's coming next week, the following week. It's getting built up in about an hour and a half from here. And that'll be the roof, walls, and the floor. It'll all be dried in. Then I'm going to begin the construction on the inside, the finishing of it on the inside. So I drove up to Somerset, Kentucky yesterday. I was told there was good shiplap up there, but he's kind of just like a surplus guy, I think. So it was a good day to drive anyway, since I jacked up my back the other day, doing exactly what I'm doing right now, lifting straight up. I'm really trying not to do that. So I went up to Caleb Wilson's Lumber yesterday and looked around. He got some neat stuff up there, but he has some tongue and groove. We don't like that. Jen and I really like shiplap. So I spoke to Kentucky Lumber down in Allenville, Kentucky. And it's a 2.5 hour ride. I'm doing that tomorrow to go down. I'm on their list of people to buy the shiplap. Not like we bought it or anything. I'm going to go take a look at it first, but the kind of way they work is they get, sounds like you come to an agreement. They'll mill it. You give them money. You pick up your wood. And I'm looking forward to that. I had told her I wanted it in 2 weeks. I really didn't want it that quick, but I didn't want to tell her a month and then find something went wrong. But anyway, she said it's going to be longer than 2 weeks, which is fine. And earlier, while I was filming the other video, a fella came by and told me there's 3 cows out up the street. So I texted the only phone number of the guy that I have and told him where they were. So tomorrow I'm going to be driving to Allenville, Kentucky. Tequila is doing good. Been to the vet twice now. He's been tearing his hair out. The vet doesn't know why. He gave him some steroids. He was on antibiotics for 10 days when I first got him. Then steroids for him pulling his hair out. And he goes back in about 2 weeks for, he got his worm pill. He goes back in about 2 weeks, I think, for his first set of shots or something like that. What I'm trying to do here is strip these forms off without breaking my vapor barrier, this black plastic vapor barrier, just to keep the moisture from coming up into the house. Another line of defense we have on moisture is I got spray foam going in under the floor. So they're spraying that in on the bottom before it gets here. So that'll be a vapor barrier and insulation on the floor. So that'll be worth it. It's right now I'm planning on fiberglass insulation inside. Our house is going to be a size, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to heat it with a light bulb. There we go. And that form's broke, which is a good thing. It's stripped. This form is stripped, I guess you could say. What was holding it broke. So I'm testing these pins like that. And that's where I can throw my back out pretty easy. I'm really not doing that. Just giving a little tug. If they come out, comes out. If not, I got the tools and the time to pull them. Somebody else might have a different tool, but I'm using the ones that I have. And I'm fortunate to have this. Pretty much every time I use this high lift jack, I think of Andy that used to work at Tractor Supply in Woodstown, New Jersey, when I went to go buy a T-post puller. So that's neat. I guess you really never know when you're going to make an impression on somebody, good or bad. And that's a good lesson. He has no idea that I think of him every time I use this jack. So we never know, good or bad, when people are thinking of us or what they're thinking of us. I'm kind of rambling, and that's okay. I don't have a lot to show you of what I'm doing today, or what I've been doing. Tequila walked all the way down to the second pond yesterday with me. He was pretty cool. Got behind me a few times, and I just called him, and he kept coming. He's really good at listening. He knows 100% what no means, and 99% of the time, he responds to no the first time. Like if I tell him no, then he stops what he's doing. He's like sniffing around the tent, pushing on the tent. I let him do it a little bit. But all things in good measure. When he gets too persistent, I just tell him no, and he goes away. When I have the tent open, he knows he's not allowed in the tent. And like if he gets too curious, I know he'll forget. Or just see if he's allowed in. And I just tell him no, and he just literally walks away. I can leave the tent open, he won't go in. I don't believe on animals on the eating surface of the table or wherever you're eating. Well, they're not to be where you tell them to be. But anyway, he's not allowed on the table. And I don't have to cover the table up or anything. He knows he's not allowed. I told him he's not allowed. And he doesn't even attempt to go up there. So, I really like he's a cool cat. This plate that I'm using, I don't know if you can see, it's the T-post puller plate. I'm kind of just racking it in there a little bit on that. It's just grabbing these pins and pulling them right out. It kind of just jams itself on there. Exactly what I need. My back is good. Boom, pops right out. You saw me test all these. I can't pull them out by hand. It's tempting to stop stripping these forms and go inside and plug the refrigerator in and move all that, but I want to get this work done first. One of the things I'm not good at doing is stopping working. And you end up paying for that, but it is what it is. But now that I have electric, I suppose things will be different. I don't How did that barn door fasten? If you heard that, that's one of the barn doors. Because of, well, I do have plenty of light. I'm guessing things will be different. I don't know. I won't use as much diesel fuel because I've been starting the truck to keep the refrigerator running in the truck, or not running, but the refrigerator has a setting on it to keep it from killing the truck battery. And every once in a while I got to go in and start the truck. I haven't found any rhyme or reason. Obviously it's temperature driven why it won't, why it uses more electricity than another day from the truck. It's not worth exploring either. But some days, even if it's really hot out, I won't need to start the truck at all. Other days when it's 50 degrees out and not a whole lot of contents has changed, I need to start the truck. So anyway, I don't have to start the truck anymore to keep my drinks and my food cold. So what else is going on? So our home should be here in a week or so. I got did some more bush hogging. I found out the county comes by all year long. I talked to the guy on the mowing crew, M-O-W-I-N-G crew, and he said they just mow all summer long, and by the time they finish where they started, it's grown back in. So that's really cool, because I used the weed whacker on, I guess it's a couple thousand feet of frontage over there, road frontage. And I don't have to do that because the county's coming by and doing it 5-6 times a year, whatever it'll be. So that's cool. I'm going to check the camera, check the angle. All right, I'm done rambling for a minute. You know what they say,